All right, now we're gonna show some of our basic techniques to get out of a grappling situation, maybe a choke hold, a couple of choke holds, someone got you pinned up against the wall. Again, these are just our philosophy on the basic techniques that are gonna help you in a situation, maybe get out, be able to scream and get help and things like that. We're not, there's so much more you can add to these, and that's one of the reasons we really miss the in-person class. The more people show up, the more things that we can show them over and over in all these scenarios, because every situation is different. But we're just gonna go through a few basics that we want to have in your head and that you can think about in case a situation happened where someone attacked you in this way. The first one is if you're getting choked from behind, okay? What I wanna do in this situation, he's got me tight. I do not want to turn my head to his lock. I will go to sleep real quick. The only way you can try to find space is if you get your chin towards the lock that they have. And that's on this side of his hand. That's his lock, there and there. So I've got to get my chin. I can try to find some space here. Get my hands in here a little bit, and then I have a chance now. I have a chance to stay conscious and not go to sleep. Now, there's all types of different things. People say smash your heel into his shin and things like that. But with adrenaline, he's not going to feel that for hours later. Unless, I don't know. Our philosophy is to use your whole body to get out of the situation. And from here, once we've fought off and got our space, we've got our chin towards the lock, we've got our hands in, then we want to use our hips, just our feet and our hips to create a situation where maybe, like I said, we can throw them over, we can throw them into a table, we can trip them backwards. There's all types of scenarios that can happen, but the main thing is this next step, and that is I'm just going to slide my left hip all the way through, my right foot up, and step through here. Now, that creates a whole different situation than where we were before. That step, it gets kind of confusing. We've seen in the past with our participants, but it's really, really simple. Okay, I've got I'm fighting the lock around my throat so I can breathe a little bit, and then I want all the pressure off of me. Okay, a small step forward, and then this step through. It's just that right there. That's what gets me out of that situation. Okay, that's what gets my hips out, and no longer am I up, picked up, pushed forward, but I'm in a situation where I can do several things. His momentum can take him over. Again, it's just a step here, right through here. I can strike him here. I can step back behind his leg and trip him backwards. Or we show techniques we used to have 12-year-old, 13-year-old girls stepping through and rolling us over their shoulders. There's all types of different situations that can happen, but this is gonna get you there. This is gonna get you in a situation where you have the advantage. You have a good chance of getting away here. Boom. And like I said, I can step behind him and go backwards. I can roll him through and forward, or you can just strike and get away. You know, just to add to this situation here, what we do not want is to get lifted off the ground. If he's able to lift my feet off the ground, then I'm in trouble. Whether it's all the way behind me, and he lifts me up, it tosses me down, or whatever, I'm in big trouble there. So there's a few things that I can do, okay? Again, one, if I squat and just get my legs out, boom, there it is. Okay, it's just real simple for me to step here and go. All right. Two, say he's under here and he's got an advantage. I've got a hook. You just either leg, you just get it in there and hook. I'm not going. Now I can go here, boom. Okay? Again, real simple. If he's going, you feel yourself going up in the air, you gotta get your leg in here, and just with your toe, you're trying to hook onto that shin, hook onto anything, and then to keep yourself from leaving your feet. And then once he stops, so he lifts, and then he stops, boom. Then I step behind, and now we have an opportunity to get away.
One thing that was really important that Coach was doing, he always has hand control. If somebody's behind me and I can take control of their hands, I know exactly where their hands are. So you can go on the offense from right here. When you have somebody wrist, you have their hands. So he's grabbing my hands. If I try to lift or he tries to put me in a situation like he steps behind, notice how he keeps my wrist. Because if he lets my hands go, now I can transition too. So, and I can try to move. So if you have the ability to grab hand control or wrist, or even here when he's pulling down, or when he steps through right here, notice how he keeps my arm. He's keeping my arm here so he can, one, it's helped the momentum for him to take me over the top or push me back. Just whatever you grab a hold of, that's one less thing that they have to strike you with, because you have control of it.
Yeah, grab their hands. You don't want to be like this. Fight their hands. 2-on-1 works best. All right, now we want to go over another technique that to help to get away from a choke, and it's a situation that is likely to happen a lot. Someone coming and choking you from the front side, not just the back like we just went over, but on the front side, again, boom, he's coming to choke me. Again, just like Gary mentioned, I want to attack the hands, okay? Again, there's all kinds of situations. Everything's different. If I'm pinned up against the wall right now, maybe my first thing is to knee him in the groin. But actually, the first thing is to grab those hands. Okay, then knee him in the groin. All right. But again, here, I'm not getting away with power. There's no way I can overpower Gary. There's no way I can There's no way I can come up and just push him. Okay, too strong, too powerful for me. So I just want to control the wrist. I just want to be able to hold them. And then again, I let momentum in my body do the rest. Again, it's just my feet and my hips. It's basically the same kind of movement we worked on when they're on their back. I just want to step back and come here. His momentum and my stepping out of the way, like it's kind of like the bullfighter. You know, the path of least resistance, right? We want to get out, okay? He's got me, he's coming at me. Boom. I'm going to step, boom. Okay? Now, if he's pushing me, his hands are going to come off when I step out, okay? If he's choking me and coming at me, that's momentum, okay? His momentum is going to take him that way. I'm just moving out of the way right here. Simple step, opening my hip. Boom.
Pulling those wrists down to the ground.
And I'm also trying to pull. A lot of times maybe it won't be strong enough and it won't look as much like that as just me. But that's good enough right there. He's off my neck. I can get out. Okay? Always just trying to get away. All right, now we're gonna go over that same technique and you're pinned against the wall, okay? So Gary, he's got me pinned against the wall. Choking me, I can't get my hips out that way. It's the same kind of thing. My feet are gonna come a little bit forward. That's gonna give me the space right here to get my hips out. The same thing that we did in the open area. Again, I'm gonna grab his wrist. My momentum's not gonna take him far this way, but my hip, just enough. Just turning my hips out right there. And if he's really pushing, his head's gonna bounce off that brick wall. Again, I'm here, I'm in trouble. I kept the wrist. My feet come up just to give me enough to back step through here. And then I'm just gonna shove this hip all the way through. And I can get out. Hey, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is the first time that we've ever done this on video. There are so many techniques that we can go over and that we really miss being live with you all. And we hope that comes back here soon so that we can apply the techniques over and over. And then the more you come, the more things that we can teach. We just went through some basics right here. We also want to add that when you are ever attacked, you want to face your attacker. You don't want to have your back to your attacker. You always want to get and face them. That way you can grab their hands, scratch, claw, poke the eyes, kick, get them off of you. Whether you're on your ground, pushed in your car, against the wall, you always want to face your opponent.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to getting back and doing the class. We missed that. We missed going up there. Remember, repetition is key. So some of these things that you see on this video, you can practice on your own. And it's a good form of fitness also. So if you're looking for a good workout, repetition is key. So you can get 100 reps of push kicks. You can push kick a mattress or a tree or whatever it is, you know, just getting a workout, and then go over different scenarios in your head so you're ready if you need be.
Thanks.
Thank you.